I need to call for the trigger and have it ready. Well, it is officially time to get back on Letrozole. I am anticipating hot flashes, nausea, and headaches, and maybe a little bit of dizziness because that's everything I had last time. She kept the same 2.5 milligrams for the prescription. She said she didn't want to change anything, but here we go. Pill number 1. Hello, lovely. It has been a while. I think the last time you saw me, I was getting the call that the first IUI didn't work. We were gearing up to do the second IUI. Well, I got my medication, I took all my Letrozole, and I am officially waiting to hit my peak for my LH so that I can do the trigger shot and do the other IUI. But as you may have noticed this morning, I have been keeping myself very busy. So we decided to completely redo our master bedroom. Part of it is because I have always wanted to redo this room. We moved in with the furniture that we just had, and I always saw this vision for this space and finally was able to make it come to life. The other reason that we decided to go ahead and just do it now is that when I'm pregnant, we wanted space on my side specifically to put a bassinet for the baby, which we have now. This mirror that's up against the wall will just move whenever we have the bassinet over here, but this gives plenty of space because before, if you remember, I had a tall boy right here, which is like a chest of drawers that had like 6 drawers here, and I just had no space if I wanted to put a bassinet on my side. So we wanted to take care of that, and because the first one failed, Manny and I were like, you know what better time than now to like get everything ready for baby and just be completely settled. By the time a baby gets here, we're not going to try to like do all the things that we need to be doing. So we got a new bed, we got a new platform for the mattress, we got a new mattress. So we've got like everything new in the room. Even on this side, we have a new dresser from IKEA. We just wanted to redo the space the way that I've always seen it and the way that I've like visioned it in my head. This is my dream space now. I'm so excited to finally have like this space done. It's not 100% done. The mirrors that you see here beside the bed, I'm probably going to change these out. I ended up ordering a couple more. They have like a flat bottom and an arched top, and instead of having like a wood grain, which these have, it's gonna have like a flat matte grain, like a metal frame, which this one has. I think it'll just match a little bit better and give a little bit more like architecture to the room, because right now we have like a very boxy frame, we have a boxy mirror, and now we have boxy mirrors on both sides. So I think the arch will just give it just a little bit of like softness. So this is why I haven't been vlogging. I decided not to vlog any of it because if you've ever renovated, oh, and my house is an absolute mess. This is the furniture that we took out. So the bed frame, the wardrobe, things like that. And then all across my house is still like in boxes. These are the boxes that I put all of the stuff in the drawers in. We need to go through that. This is the slats from the old bed. It was an IKEA bed. That's part of it. In our hallway, we have stuff that needs to go out to Goodwill. My whole house is just an absolute mess. I decided it was best to just not vlog anything of the renovation and just wait. I don't even know if it's renovation, transformation, whatever you want to call it, and just wait until it was completely done, which is exactly what we did. But getting back to IUI diaries. Today is Wednesday. I have been tracking my ovulation, and so far all of my tests are saying low. This morning I think was like 0.25, which is still considered low. So I haven't hit my peak and not near my peak, which is good because my next appointment to check my blood work and everything is Saturday. So I've got time. This time with Letrozole, I know last time I vlogged as I was taking it, and this time throughout the 5 days, it was pretty much redoing our room. I didn't vlog any of the days. I think I might have taken some silly videos of like me taking the pill, which is like a TikTok thing. Whenever you take your Letrozole, you like film yourself putting it on your tongue and like say what day it is. But I stopped doing that too because I was taking it at 8 o'clock, and there were days whenever I just had to quickly like take it and then get back to working on whatever I was working on, either building a dresser or putting together the room or whatever. So I didn't vlog anything really about the whole time I was taking the Letrozole. This round feels a little different from the last round. Not in a bad way, just the symptoms and stuff that I was having before. And I don't know if it's because I was just paying attention to my body and like just letting myself really feel everything that I was feeling. But this time with Letrozole, I got nauseous a few times, and there were a few days where I felt like crampy, like extra crampy. Like I'm crampy right now, but in my back. I didn't have as bad of hot flashes this time. And overall, I feel like because I was so focused on like the room and like all the stuff that needed to happen for the room, which so much happened with this room. I can't believe how much happened with this room. There was so much stuff that went wrong. Like, I don't want to think about it. I think because all my energy and focus was strictly on the room and not like on what symptoms I'm feeling and you know, kind of like checking in with my body, like, oh, how are we feeling today? What am I feeling? Am I feeling nauseous? Am I feeling lightheaded? There were definitely times in the midst of what I was doing where I got dizzy and needed to like calm down for a minute, or where I was extra nauseous and I needed to like have a Belvita biscuit, but I didn't like focus so much on the symptoms. So I was really more focused on everything else that was happening, which I think was a good thing. I think the room served as a really good distraction because I think last time I was like hyper aware of everything. So this time being a little less aware, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I didn't mind. And I felt like, not that I was handling the symptoms better, but I feel like they just weren't affecting me like they did last time. There is a mattress behind me because that is part of the craziness that happened through this whole experience. Let's just tell the story, okay? So to start with, I bought the bed frame from City Furniture. Immediately, Manny and I were like, something is wrong. This is not working the way it's supposed to work. To make a long story short, we just got defective slats. So we go to City Furniture. I'm talking to this lady, you know, the saleswoman, about the situation and the slats and things like that. And I asked her for the box springs what their return policy is, because if it ends up that the slats come and they can't be used with the box springs, I want to be able to return them. And she's like, actually, box springs are pretty much yours when you leave the room. Like when you leave with the box springs are yours. We ended up looking around and found a platform bed, like a platform base is what it's called. It was on sale and they had one in stock, and it was actually one that can lift the head up. So I guess we need to look at a mattress if we're gonna do this. We're laying on all these different beds and we found a bed that we really liked. It is actually this bed, but we'll get there. Plush top, 14-inch Euro something something, I don't know. Compatible with the platform. I was like, okay, let's get this one. So we go through the process. She said, I have one in stock of your platform and one in stock of your mattress. I'll put it on hold now, go around to the other side and pick it up. So we go around, we pick everything up, we get all the way home, and Manny and I get the mattress out, we're pulling it in and we're like taking it into the house and we put it up against the wall. And immediately when it goes up against the wall, I was like, Manny, this mattress is tiny, way too small to be a king size mattress. We loaded it back up onto the truck. So what she ended up doing was putting in an order to have a king bed delivered, and they're gonna take the queen whenever they deliver the king, and they're gonna give me the king for the price that we paid. The only thing is that with the new mattress that is gonna be delivered, they don't have one until the 20th. And then not to mention, whenever she wrote up to have the switch done, I got the email about the switch confirmation and she put in an order for the wrong king mattress. And I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? So I had to go to City again and talk to the person and be like, listen, like, we had a switch up. It was supposed to be a king mattress. They're supposed to send a king mattress out. They put the king in the wrong one, blah, 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 blah. It's just been so much. I haven't had the energy to vlog it because I've just been trying to handle it and work through it and live through it as it happens. I just haven't had the energy to like vlog as I go. And then of course with IKEA furniture, because our bedside tables and the dresser are both IKEA furniture, you have to build it. All of it comes in a box, which is fine. But that in itself is just a hassle and a half. So it's been a little bit of a stressful time, but now that all of that kind of stress is done, I'm a little bit better and I feel like I have a little bit of energy today. I've been so tired. Obviously with Letrozole, I get extra tired, and that was no different from all of these days that I was trying to do 1,001 things. I'm staying tired, but I'm just trying to like move and work through it because I know it just needs to get done. Anyway, the other thing I was going to tell you, I did my baseline. Everything looked good. So I had 21 follicles less than 10 millimeters on my right and 17 less than 10 on my left. So I think I'm probably going to ovulate from my right this time. I think last time it was my left. The other thing I was going to show you is my lines, because I am trying to track my peak. So far, it has been low, 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 low. Oh, you know what? I'll just take a screenshot of it and put it on the screen because it's going to be difficult for you to see. But throughout the entire cycle, it's just been low. The highest day that I had, or the highest peak that I reached, was a 49, which was still low. I'm waiting patiently to hit that peak, which I think is... app is saying my LH levels are low and my fertile window may be delayed, and to keep testing to find my peak. I'm also testing tracking my basal body temperature, which looks like this. There were a few days that I didn't track my temperature. I'm trying to get better at it. On top of all of my extra tracking, we're going on Saturday to get the blood work done and to get the ultrasound done of the follicles to see where they're at and how many have matured. I'm also drinking palm juice almost daily, trying to keep that stocked in the fridge and trying to take it easy, not be too stressed now that, you know, I'm kind of over all of the house stuff. I told Manny that I want to just have it like finalized and done. That way by Saturday, if they tell me that I need to like trigger and that we need to come in for our next IUI next week, that everything can just be settled and I can just like sit back and not have to worry about things and like stressing about like, oh, did I do this? Did I do that? Did I do this? I need to do this. I just want to be able to just lay back and just relax and enjoy just doing nothing. So I have some exciting news. I actually made an appointment for this afternoon to do a fertility acupuncture consultation. I'm excited about it. It is like 40 something minutes away, which is a little unfortunate, but if it's worth it, if this can help us get pregnant, then it's worth it. I have a consultation later this evening and I just wanted to know if I should dress in any kind of way. I noticed that the forms say to dress in like loose clothing, but I wasn't sure if there will be any acupuncture tonight or if it's just a consultation. Okay, so potentially getting acupuncture tonight, which I'm all for. I've had it done twice before, but it was for neck pain and back pain. It wasn't for fertility. So me and needles, we're like this now. Who am I? So I've been in the car for like 40 something minutes and I don't think I'm ever gonna schedule an appointment this late if I end up staying with this doctor, because the drive to get over here, hopefully this will be worth it though. I've heard a lot of good things about acupuncture and infertility, so I'm really hopeful. I'm also hoping that it's not too expensive, because I've seen some prices for a few different places and they were like in the hundreds per service, like per treatment. So I'm really hoping that that's not the case with this one, but we'll just have to see. I'm back home. I figured I would just wait to get back home to go over everything instead of trying to explain it in the car and like feel like driving and dealing with driving and all that stuff. So let's go over what they said. I told them about like my PCOS diagnosis and the fertility treatments that we've already been doing and like what my plan of action is right now. I spoke with the provider and he was like, oh, I feel very confident that, you know, given your PCOS diagnosis and things like that, like we will be able to help you. Basically what he said is that we can go like one of two ways. So the first way that we can go is if our IUI is successful, we can do what's called like a mommy health treatment plan or something. I don't know what it's called exactly, but basically it is acupuncture for a healthy pregnancy. So that's if the IUI works. And then he said if the IUI doesn't work, if the second one doesn't work, or technically the third one now doesn't work, what we could do is a 6-month fertility treatment like course, basically, where I would do herbal supplements, acupuncture, cupping, like all these different regimens and modalities to like level out my hormones basically and get them like back on track, is how he was explaining it. And then from there just do regular timed to try to conceive. For me, I feel like I'm a little bit, one, skeptical, two, on the fence with it completely. I was telling Manny like I'm not against it, but I'm not like 100% in it either, because one of the main drawbacks of this whole thing is that 20 sessions cost $2,500, which is kind of crazy. Like, that's a lot of money. That's like even more than I'm paying for an IUI, which is like fertility treatment in the most medical sense. So I'm not against it, but I'm not 100% on board. What I think I'm going to try to do is revisit the acupuncturist that I used to go to whenever I was getting physical therapy done somewhere else, and I think I'm going to see if they specialize in fertility acupuncture, because they're the ones who did my shoulder acupuncture, and they actually did some acupuncture in my head for my headaches and my dizziness. Lovely place, lovely people, very, very nice facility, but at the end of the day, it's $2,500 for acupuncture. So I know I look a little crazy. This is my first time talking this morning. We're gonna take an ovulation test. I have my appointment tomorrow to check my follicles and how big they've gotten. And apparently my ovulation is taking a little bit longer than normal, or what it was projected at least in my app. So I'm just curious, like, what's going on? I only have a few of the clear blue left, so I'm gonna have to purchase these again if this IUI doesn't work. But I'm hoping that this IUI will work. Oh, hair. I just don't know like what's going on with my hormones right now. I did the clear blue yesterday and it gave me the O or 0 or whatever. So we'll see what it says today. Set a timer for 5 minutes. I haven't been taping my test in a book this time. My ovulation at least. I'm just taking pictures of the ovulation test, but when I do my trigger and I test out my trigger, I plan on putting those in the book. But this is morning, afternoon, and evening from yesterday. So it's just still very light. Per my app, I'm supposed to be having like a high LH right now. So I'm just not sure like what is happening, what is going on. And this one, the line looks a little bit darker this morning, but I don't know. And also I'm going to be testing maybe 3 times, but for sure at least twice a day to see if I can get a better reading, because I've heard and I understand that your LH peak can sometimes happen in the evening. So it's important to test in the morning and in the evening, which is why I've been doing like 3 tests a day just to make sure everything is recorded and I'm not missing it. Obviously, I'm going tomorrow to my doctor, and so they'll be able to see with blood work and the ultrasound like exactly where I'm at with the ovulation. But last time I feel like we almost missed it because I had hit my peak 2 days before I was going to the doctor, so I just don't want that to happen again. I just kind of want to have like a better timeline than last time. Last time I feel like it was a little bit rushed and like, I don't know, just a little rushed. So we'll see in 5 minutes. It hasn't been 5 minutes yet, but this is a little bit darker, maybe. I have a minute left. Why is it not dark? Timer's done. This is what the line is looking like. It's still a little wet though, so it probably will get a little darker after it like really dries, but I don't know, it's not very dark. And Clear Blue gave us a flashing smiley. So that means now I'm in high fertility, but not peak fertility yet. Okay, I'm okay with that. We're getting there. It's saying this is a 0.2, but I feel like it just needs to dry because it's definitely not a 0.2. So at my appointment tomorrow, they probably won't have me trigger just yet because I haven't hit peak. I don't know. Last time I literally hit my peak and then they had me trigger. So I don't know what they're gonna have me do, but we'll find out at tomorrow's appointment. figured we could do this morning is unbox my trigger shot. We unboxed the first one together, so I figured let's keep tradition alive. I just opened the package. I didn't take anything out, but let's see if this one came with anything different. I ordered it from the same exact place, paid the same exact price, so I don't expect there to be anything different, but let's just see. Oh, and also I didn't get the sharps container this time because I already have one, but it's got the needle that I will be poking myself with. It's got the drawing needle for the medicine. Oh, okay, cool. They sent me alcohol prep pads because I didn't have any of those before, and the pregnal medication. This one was packaged with so much more love. My last shipment, literally everything was just inside the sharps box and it was just rolling around in there. And here's the medicine. All right, so we've got everything. I'm just gonna go put it in the bathroom so that it's kind of like ready and waiting. And tomorrow we'll have the appointment to see when they're expecting me to do the trigger, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I got dressed a little bit because I have a work meeting, but if you saw me in this outfit yesterday, no, you didn't. I literally only wore it to go to the consultation appointment and didn't end up having any kind of things done, acupuncture done. So I'm like, it's a comfy outfit. I'm just gonna wear it again. So I do have a meeting, and then what I'm gonna do is go get adjusted because I have found that, oh my gosh, I have found that staying consistent with my adjustments is necessary for me. Oh my gosh, this mattress. Gotta like turn it all the way so you guys can't see it. The adjustments are necessary for me, first of all. So I'm just trying to be more cognizant of getting them done on a weekly basis, and last month I didn't get them done as often as I wanted to, so for the month of July I definitely want to stay on a more consistent schedule. I already went earlier this week, but because I am going to have the IUI potentially sometime next week, I figured I could go ahead and just double up this week. That way I don't have to worry about losing one of my slots. So basically I am a member at the Joint Chiropractic, and how it works is you're billed one time a month, and that gives you 4 sessions, and if you don't use them, unfortunately they don't roll over, you lose them. So I'm trying to make use of the 4 sessions before or after the procedure without like risking anything. Okay, I made it back from getting adjusted. Now I'm getting ready. As you can probably tell, I'm going on a date night with my girl. This is like our first solo date night, just the two of us, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to a fondue place, and I've never been there, she's never been there, so it'll be like our first experience with each other, and I'm excited. It's a little date night with my girl. So this is what I'm wearing. She's wearing something similar. She's wearing like black and white shorts like this, and then just a black top, so we'll be like, you know, the vibes will be the same. But yeah, let's go get fondue. Back from my date night, and I decided to go ahead and take a few ovulation tests because in the morning we do have my follicle check, but I wanted to just see where we were at. So just for reference, this was, I think, this afternoon, like I would say my second like morning urine, if you will, like maybe around 11 or 12. This is right now. Those are some pretty dark lines. Pretty dark lines. And then I decided to go ahead and just see what my clear blue would say, and we indeed get a solid smiley. So I have a good feeling that tomorrow they're probably going to tell me to trigger either on Sunday or Monday, and then schedule the IUI either on Monday or Tuesday, kind of like we did last time. So I'm excited. We're getting ready. We're doing it. So yeah, I'm really excited. Anyway, I think this is where I'm gonna end this vlog and pick it up tomorrow with a new vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I hope to see you next one. Bye, good night.